People have been talking about real estate bubble in Dubai, so I thought why not to churn some numbers instead of talking top of the head and out of emotions. This is how Dubai's population looks like along with the projection, 6 million population in the next 20 years. Currently, Dubai's population stands at 3.5 million people. With this growing population, Dubai needs a huge infrastructure investment as well as investment in housing needs. I like the way Dubai keeps on developing the infrastructure in an organic and sustainable way. Bear in mind, Dubai doesn't impose any personal tax as of now, but at the same time provides top-notch infrastructure. People have been critical on how Dubai has been expensive in last few years. However, the kind of infrastructure and public amenities with no personal tax regime is actually commendable. One recent instance is where they have talked about introducing 2 extra Saleh gates, one at Business Bay Crossing and the other one at Safa Park. But the thing is that sustainable cities need sustainable revenue streams as well. Similarly, Dubai Mall has also announced that they are going to implement barrier-free entry to Dubai Mall parking while charging through Saleh. This is also an out-of-box thinking and nothing new, because we have seen a lot of Western malls that charges for parking inside the malls, and I think this is also a step towards sustainability. Since recently Saleh has announced a lot of extra revenue measures, you must have seen Saleh's stocks skyrocketing now, and now it's around 3.5, which is almost 70 to 80% increment in the share value, and also it is going to provide you dividends as well. I made a video about Saleh's IPO at the time of the IPO itself, and I told in that video that normally what people have been doing, that they look out for the IPO, but actually they will not invest in the company. They just will invest in the IPO and then they will take out their money. While in such companies where you think and where you believe in the company, you should be investing in long term, and if somebody would have invested in long term, not only in the IPO, they would have made a huge return over the last 1 year. Anyways, in this video, we are going to talk about property bubble in Dubai, because a lot of people talk about a bubble in Dubai. It has people think that it's already all-time high. The prices are all-time high. Are they really all-time high? We're going to talk about numbers. We're going to churn a lot of numbers. We're going to look at this website called DXB Interact. This is a huge pile of data that this website carries, and it presents in a very nice way. So this is how the website looks like, and it's you can see the total property transactions have been 35,430, which are up 23.1% from the Q4 of 2022, and although they are down 3.5% from the quarter 3 of 2023 itself, but we are going to just do the comparison on quarter-to-quarter basis. So the total, if you talk about how many apartments were sold or how many villas were sold, so 25,971 apartments were sold, 6,660 villas were sold, 1,121 commercial properties were sold, and 1,678 plots were transacted. The total amount of this you can see as well: 51 billion in apartments, 38.2 billion in villas, and you can see that stark difference between the total number of transactions happened in apartments versus the villa, and then the total number of transaction value, sales value. You can see a huge number, which shows you villas are quite expensive than the apartment. And then you can see the commercial buildings as well, commercial properties as well, 2 billion dirhams in commercial properties and 31.1 billion in plots. And then the total sales value is coming to be around 122.3 billion dirhams. And that is, although the quarter-on-quarter transactions were less, but the quarter-on-quarter this value of total sales have been high, 12%, and then if you compare it with the Q4 of 2022, it is more than 50%. So this is a huge number actually. Then if you talk about property prices change, this is a number, you can see this by the way website. I'll just put the link below as well. This is important. Top 5 performing areas in the fourth quarter, because I normally make videos on the real estate as well on my Urdu channel. If you haven't been through this Urdu channel, and if you understand Urdu or Hindi, then you must check out my Urdu channel as well. Here you can see the most properties transactions happened in quarter 4 was the JVC, unsurprisingly, because there is a lot of development going on in JVC. And then Markat is another area where there were many transactions. This is the second number, then the Business Bay, then Dubai Marina and Dubai Hills Estate. You can see the top 5 performing areas in the fourth quarter. Then this is important as well. Dubai property prices change in the fourth quarter over years. So this is the comparison of fourth quarter, how it has been performing per square foot. We can see the property prices as well, and then there are areas as well, but I'm not gonna go into areas. I'm gonna talk about per square foot prices. So since 2014, which was 1013 dirhams per square foot, today we are standing at 1435 dirhams per square foot, which is not very high, really. I mean, if you talk about 2014, when we were at 1000 dirhams per square foot, and now we are, let's say, 40% up compared to 10 years. I mean, within 10 years, we were only up 40%. This is not a huge number. Something has happened after COVID. So, and there has been a lot of modernizations happening in Dubai as well. And there have been a lot of changes, like golden visa have been offered, long-term visas have been offered, residencies have been offered. There are green visas, freelancer visas. Dubai government has been welcoming towards so many branch of people. So that is the reason people have been flocking in, and regional developments all over the world, actually they have also instigated this, because a lot of people are talking in Canada, they are not happy there. They want to move to Dubai. They want to find a nice place to live with their family. They don't want to see inflation skyrocketing like in the US as well, and Europe. You've seen. Not talking about South Asia, Pakistan and India, of course, it's always a magnet. Dubai is always a magnet for South Asian nationalities. But this time around, we are seeing people all over the world, from UK, Canada, US, everywhere around the world. People have been flocking. So that's why this increase after the COVID, after inflation all over the world, it's not surprising actually. Now, if you talk about property sales by price in the range of fourth quarter, so we can see below 1 million is the big number, 33%. Then 1 to 2 million is 28%, 2 to 3 million is 16%, 12% is 3 to 5 million, and of course 11% is the minimum, like a small amount, which is 11% is let's say more than 5 million dirhams of property being sold. Now, quarterly property sales volume in 2023, this is actually for 2023 only, and you can see uptick here as well. It's only the trend is only upwards. Then off-plan versus ready property sales in fourth quarter 2023. You can see here off-plan is taking again the major chunk of the properties which are being sold. Investors like off-plan properties, and by and I again talk about all these kind of things, the scenarios, escrow account, so many other things. People are still skeptical about how off-plan will work. Maybe the developer will take away their money and they run away. But the way Dubai government has implemented reforms, and especially the escrow account, I think now it's very difficult for any developer to leave, or it's not attractive for them as well to leave, because they will be getting the money. They will be doing the construction work only after they show they get the money, and then they show this amount of work has been done. So for them, it's not making sense to just go away and run away with the money, because they won't have that money. Then this is another important start, which is property sales volume in the fourth quarter over years. So it's almost the same kind of sales volume as well as sales value. This is the same kind of data that we've already talked about. So it's around 122.2 billion dirhams in 2023 quarter 4, year on year, again 50%. Top 5 projects with most expensive sold project. Here we can see of course Palm Jumeirah, Como Residence. These are, by the way, apartments. Yes, so these are the apartments building which are most expensive, and the top 5 of them. So you can see the top price is 500 million dirhams, and then the 5th price is Casa Canal, 135 million dirhams in Dubai Water Canal. And top 5 areas with most expensive villas sold: 200 million in Palm Jumeirah, and MBR district is 66 million. So this is surprising actually for me. Normally villas are expensive, but premium residential apartments are more expensive than the villas. You can see the Como residence is 500 million dirhams, while the villas, the most expensive villa, is sold for only 200 million. So it's a huge difference between the two. And then you can see average apartment prices in top 10 areas. This is also interesting, and villas as well. So you can see the average price in the top 10 areas, which is Jumeirah Village Circle, is around 800k dirhams. Business Bay 1.4 million, Dubai Marina 3 million, Dubai Hills 1.7, Dubai Downtown Dubai 2.3 million, Medan 600k, and Jumeirah Lake Towers 1.4, Arjan 815. Again, I make a lot of videos on these areas on my Urdu channel. If you want for me to make English content as well, just please subscribe and comment below to give me motivation to do this. Then Al Markaz, it's around 1.8 million. Shoba Heartland is 1.69 million. When I made the video about Shoba Heartland, everybody was saying that it's expensive and it's overpriced. So again, it's all depending on where the location is, how the building is, and what are the building materials used, what are the construction quality. So it's nothing as overpriced. So you can define overpriced by looking only in the surroundings. If the surroundings are also in the same range, then it's not overpriced. Soba is having a very nice location actually. Many times the price is on the location itself, not only on the building type. So it's like that. Anyways, villas prices, again, you can see the Wali is 2.6 million, Falcon City of Wonder. I don't know. I mean, sometimes this website is not accurate. So Falcon City of Wonders, I think it's not the correct. It's not at the correct value. Dubai South, it seems to find 3.4 million, and so on and so forth. Now, this is also important. Property delivery rate in fourth quarter 2023. This is you can see the delivered projects are 76%, and 24% of them are overdue. So it doesn't mean that they are not delivered. It will be delivered. Maybe sometimes it happens that the project is delayed 6 months or 1 year at max, and then you will get anyways the delivery. So 76% delivery is actually very good in my opinion. If some developer has promised to deliver in 3 years, and if it's doing so, it's I mean, it's commendable. And then if they're delaying it, and let's say from the 24% which are delaying, maybe it's delayed 6 months or 1 year. I don't think so it's more than that. Now, if you feel nowadays, like in last 3 years, if you have booked the property and you are not getting to the delivery on the promised date beyond, let's say, 1 year, do let me know in the comment. I will just have a look and see which projects were like that, so that we can name them as well. Now let's talk about 2020, since 2012, since we have the data. Let's talk about the trends. How have they been going? So number of yearly delivered units, they are currently, and in 2023 the delivered units were 36,739, which are residential units combining the flats and the villas. And then the number of yearly launches, like it's 2023 is the maximum one. 77,000 launches were there. And then future planned property supply. Now this is also important. So basically, Dubai has 800,000, give or take, housing units as of now. And in 2023, the total launched projects were 77,406 units were launched. So let's say for the future planned supply, 2024 it's 26,000. 2025 it's 36,000, 2026 is 28,000, 2027 is 9,000, and 2028 is 2,000. Of course, once we go into next years, these numbers will increase again for 2028, and so on and so forth. So far, this is the planned property supply as of now, from the starting as of January 2024. So you can see the total supply is around 100,000 units, which are as of now in the pipeline. And currently, if you see some websites as well, they will say around 800,000 or slightly less is the total number of housing units available in Dubai as of now. This is another pie chart which is interesting, that it says 0 to 20% of completion is 66% of the project which are 0 to 20% completed. 81 to 99% completed are 9%. So you can see the split of what is the percentage split of the completion percentage actually for the projects. Latest delivered projects, you can see JVC. Again, JVC is coming all the way, because everything you can see, even future property supply in Dubai area per area, you can see JVC is on the top. So this gives me a hint that Dubai's this JBC area will have a lot of supply in near future. Now, it all depends on you as an investor. You think that this area will have so much of property in future, and you really want to invest in that area. Maybe it has a lot of amenities and a lot of let's say avenues or venues coming up in the surrounding as well. I am not 100% sure, but it's up to you, because this data is there, and you can see a lot of properties have been developed and delivered already, and then a lot of huge number of properties are going to come in JVC area in future as well. Similarly, Business Bay, MBR City, Dumat Hills, Dubai Marina, Dubai Land, Dubai Hills State, Arjan, downtown Dubai. Arjan, I felt there might be more properties, because I feel it's a big area as well. But of course, JVC is a huge area as well. Anyways, downtown Dubai it doesn't have too many of space now. Anyways, so this is the 2023 report. Then we are talking about, let's say, Dubai real estate market overview and analysis. So now, if we talk about property prices change in all areas, we can see apartment and villas. I've selected apartment and villas. I have left out commercial and plots, and then I've put the sales only and in all the areas. And I'm talking about ready properties right now. So from 2012, it was 852 dirhams per square feet, and as of now, we are talking about 1129 dirhams per square feet. Again, this is ready properties. If I'm gonna select off plan as well, it will be a different story. But this number is not giving me a red flag or a warning sign that the prices are again overpriced right now, because this start from Statista. You can see 2008 has 1950 dirhams per square feet back in, let's say, almost 15 years back, and as of now it's the website says 1223, but I would assume that it might be hovering around, let's say, 1800 something if you combine off plan and everything. Let's combine off plan as well. Actually, let me see how much does it come, or all. Let's say if I can combine all, or let's say off plan only, it is coming to be around 1600, which I'm not sure if it's correct or not, but I think it's around 16 plus as of now if you combine off plan as well as the ready properties. So yeah, it's around 1600 as of now. So 1600 to me is not that high of a number compared to 1955 in 2008. I know people will say 2008 was a bubble and it busted, but now after 15 years it has to go up again. So it might be the time that the property prices will again go up, maybe another 10, 20, 30%, whatever the number is. So okay, I'm not gonna put a number to whatever the growth is going to be, but the thing is, I myself has witnessed a lot of people coming in and live in Dubai. They want peaceful life, they want to enjoy their life with the families, and of course and most of the people who are coming in are affluent, so they're having spending power as well. So I feel still there is a room for investment. Of course, there is a rental return as well. Rental return in Dubai is very good. It's even as of now, it's around 5 to 7% depending on which property you take, but it's around that mark. And of course, you have property appreciation possibility as well. Especially when you're talking about off plan, you have still headroom, and there are a lot of developers which are offering this post handover plan as well, so you can check those as well. So through this video, I wanted to make a point that the overall bubble scenario, I don't feel there is any such scenario existing right now. Everything has been organic. It has not been unprecedented. Whatever we are seeing, the prices that have gone high are over. If you see over a long period of time, they are still not very high. They are still non-inflationary. And yeah, of course, if you're talking about something from COVID until now, it's very high. The rents have gone steep. But if you're talking about 10 years time or 15 years time, it has not gone high. So there is still a high headroom, which is possible. And for investors, it is good. Of course, for people living in Dubai, who are renting out, it might not be very good. It might be inflationary. But as I said before as well, inflation has not hit UAE the way it has hit Western countries, because here somehow things are controlled. I haven't seen my electricity bill going over the roof compared to my counterparts, my peers in Western countries like Canada, UK. People have been telling me their electricity and gas bill have gone very high. So things have not been inflationary. Of course, grocery is something which has gone high, which has gone expensive. A lot of other things have gone expensive, but not to the extent. If you even as of now, if you compare the inflation in the US and inflation in the UAE and other countries as well, UAE will still be compared to the other countries, the inflation in the UAE is still low. I hope you like the video. I make such videos, I make such content regarding personal finance, productivity. There has been a video or podcast I did recently with a friend of mine about practical options to do business in Dubai, and then I talk about how you can invest 2,000 dirhams per month for the long period of time and become a millionaire. I talked about that in that video. Here is a link to the video. I hope you get value out of this video. Thanks a lot.